Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a self-critic video on the case study about Amazon's acquisition of Whole Foods. So Amazon made this acquisition in June 2017, after which both the parties faced a lot of issues. So these issues included cultural differences, inventory control, as well as profitability. This particular case study talks about the various solution pathways that could potentially benefit Amazon's acquisition. Finally, the major hypothesis of this case study suggests that integration of artificial intelligence into the workflow would actually solve both inventory as well as profitability problem effectively. Moving on to the case rubric, in part A, which talks specifically about problem statement identification based on the relevant information, as well as the assumptions that were made to arrive at the final solution, I would say that we are a level 4 team when it comes to problem statement identification, because from all the data that we got from our resources, we were able to actually arrive at a very clear-cut problem statement, whereas when it comes to assumptions, we were a bit short of giving an in-depth explanations about the assumptions that we made and systematically support it. So I would say that we might fall in between level 3 as well as level 4 when it comes to assumptions part, and we are a level 4 when it comes to problem statement part. And moving on to the part B, methods being the first thing to be talked in part B, I would say that we used appropriate methods to predict the attainable solutions or the outcomes from our hypothesis. It is also fair to say that we could have used additional methods such as Porter's or Delphi's as an add-on or as a strengthening factor to our hypothesis in our case study. Therefore, I would say that we fall very close to level 4 in this case. Moving on to the alternate viewpoints, I would definitely place our team in level 4 as we considered almost every alternate solutions and we placed them side by side to compare one another, and finally we arrived at the hypothesis of integrating artificial intelligence into the workflow. Therefore, we're definitely level 4 in considering the alternate viewpoints. Now we can move on to the credibility of the resources. Almost every data that we used in this case study were taken from the reports of KPMG as well as McKinsey. So the data and the information from such credible resources would definitely place us in level 4 as a team. So moving on to part D, which talks about the conclusion aspects of our case study. So one could say that we have considered almost every limitation possible to arrive at a solution or design a solution pathway in such a manner that it is integratable as a coherent solution to the company's workflow. For example, the integration of artificial intelligence into Amazon's workflow will be a suitable solution for addressing both inventory as well as profitability problems. Therefore, I would give a level 4 status for our team in this case. Whereas the effectiveness of the solution is tied to a range of information, even though the consequences and implications of the solution is clearly stated, there is a dependency factor which puts the solution dependent on various viewpoints and a wide range of informations. Therefore, this pushes us to a level 3 status in this category. So let's move. Finally, the risk factors and the creativity aspects can be ranked as level 4 for our case study, as integration of artificial intelligence into the food market can potentially create a new trend line in the industry, which could be the novel idea behind the future of this industry. Moreover, since this is a fresh ground, the risk factors are evident and most of these results are untested. Since integration of artificial intelligence requires a new set of skills, this could be perceived as organizational change for an industry, which could potentially result in an ideal solution when executed properly. That's all for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope the judgments made in this video are reasonable.